all the right things online, but still no consistent clients. If you've ever thought maybe the offer isn't clear enough, or maybe the people just can't afford it right now, I want you to know that it's not your offer. It's the conversation your content is and isn't having with your audience. So today, I'm going to show you exactly how I'm using content, not just to get views, but also to build real trust that converts clients for your offer, or for my case, in my case, my offer, right? So if you've been here, let's hold up here. I used to create content and just pray for clients to come through using that content. I would post and cross my fingers and hope that someone saw the value in my content. But here's the truth. People don't buy from hope, they buy from certainty. I realized I was showing up with good content, but with no clear diagnostic journey. People couldn't see themselves in what I was saying. And once I learned how to shift from posting tips to explaining their problem better than they could, everything started changing from there, then and there. So because someone hears you describe their struggle so specific that it almost feels spooky, they instantly trust you that you get it, right? So now we move into something, and stay with me for the next 8 minutes because I'm going to tell you exactly why. So the online world is so loud. Everyone is an expert. Everyone has got an offer, and everyone has got an offer. But the problem is not the problem. But something changed when I realized that. And one of the questions that I asked myself, why should someone invest in my offer? And it's the question that I want to invite you also as well to ask yourself, why should someone invest in your service or in your offer? Right. And once I asked myself that question, the game, I think, completely changed for me. So your audience doesn't need to see you, but they need to believe in you that you understand them. The modern buyer, who are us right now, we are so sophisticated. What do I mean by this? We've tried many things before, and some have worked and most really didn't. And we are so skeptical right now, and not because of you, but because of themselves, us. And why? Because we've been burned before so many times. I mean, I can't think of how many courses I've really invested in myself, and I haven't gotten any transformation from them. And it sucks, but it's the truth. And I don't want to put it out there, but I just want to be real with you guys. If I can't get results again, they're wondering if they can't get results again. So it's our job, or your job, to walk them through your content that isn't convincing them, but that content should be rebuilding their belief that it's still possible. So I'll repeat that again. Your content, the job of your content should be not to convince them, because they already know that they are struggling with that specific pain point. So your job is to rebuild their belief that it's still possible to get to that transformation. So and that's when I sat down. I was like, okay, I really need to stand out. And how can I stand out? I mean, I've been doing this for like 5-6 years now in terms of like content. So it has pushed me in thinking that, okay, what content pillars, or what content strategy, not pillars, sorry, content strategy can I use in this phase right now so that I can attract the right clients, and not just like speak at them or educate them, but really create content that really rebuilds that trust. So I came up with the 3 content pillar strategy, client conversion strategy. So here in this strategy, I use 3 pillars, and one is awareness content. The second one is solution awareness content. And the third one is proof and belief content. So going back to awareness content, this content is where I just outline probably like one sentence, which is, I know what's keeping you stuck. So in that content is when I describe, or where I describe their problem in detail, again, being very granular. And that's going to be like the chaos, the overthinking, and the random posting, and why it's not working, right? So it's not about teaching, but it's about diagnosing that person's pain point. And when they see your content, they will say, That's me. And I know I have learned the first layer and you'll know that you've earned the first layer of trust. So the second pillar is solution awareness content. And here's where, again, I ask myself this question, like the content has to come from a POV of like, here's what you've tried, hasn't worked before. And this is what actually does work. So this content really bridges the gap between pain and possibility. Again, I continued like to show them that this is what they've been missing. So which is structure, system, accountability. And I'm making sure that this content has to shift them from I've tried everything before to wait a minute. Hold up. Maybe I've been missing one piece to get all this work for me. And which leads us to the content pillar 3, which is proof and belief content. And here the question is, or the statement is, here's the evidence it works and it could do the same for you too, right? And this is my favorite because I've been really showing up for the past 30 days, showing you guys behind the scenes what I'm working on and kind of like producing or recording a video like this and showcasing, letting you know what I've created so far or what I'm working on and, my failures and my beliefs and all that stuff. So the results, and it's not just about the results from the clients that I'm hoping to get in this content pillar, but also even the micro wins and failures as well. But I don't just want to show the numbers, but I want to tell stories of the transformation and the effort because results are powerful and relatability converts. Together, these three content pillars will create what I call the 10 touch trust journey. Every piece of content either builds awareness, belief, or commitment. So by the time someone books a clarity call or joins my list, they're not shopping around. They're already saying, I know this is what I need. So what am I doing right now? So right now you've been seeing me implementing this live. So every video that I'm going to be making for the next 30 days for YouTube and Instagram and every story that I'm going to be sharing, it's going to be part of this journey. When someone lands on my page, they should instantly know who I am, what I help with, why it has worked before, why it hasn't worked before, and how this approach is different. Because if my audience or if your audience can't tell that in 10 seconds, you are losing conversions before even the funnel begins. That's what I'm aiming for. So again, it starts with your first impressions, your pin posts, your highlights, your free resources. They all serve one purpose, and that purpose is to create trust in your offer, in you, and most importantly, in themselves. And I've said this before, trust always falls within those three categories. Trust in your offer, trust in you that they believe that you can get them to that transformation. And then lastly, trust in themselves. And even though they don't have trust, again, it's our job to hold that trust, to hold that space of trust for themselves so that they can believe in themselves and to get to that transformation. So here's what I've learned, right? So people don't need more content, but they need more context. Here's what I mean. They need to understand not just what to do, but why what they've tried before didn't work. That's how, in my opinion, that's how you build that confidence and that trust in them, with them. So that's how, and that's how you help them say, okay, I'm ready this time. When you create from that place, your audience doesn't feel sold to, but they feel seen. And that's the whole purpose. And that's what makes them take that action that you want them to take. So in the next video, I'm going to be taking you guys again behind the scenes of how I'm building my beta coaching program, the system that I'm using to go from scattered skills to that 10K in overall revenue of 65 days offer. And then I'll break it down how I'm designing it to guarantee results, not just for me, but also for people that I want to help. If this video has helped you think differently how your content builds trust, comment trust converts. And I need to leave you with this, because visibility gets you followers, but trust gets you paid clients. So again, thank you so much for watching today, and I can't wait to see you in tomorrow's video. Please like and subscribe. Love you all. Cheers.